Hey YouTubers and vinyl community. This is my third take on this video because I couldn't get that sound to work on my Mac. Hopefully it's working now because I'm getting tired of talking about these same albums. Anyway, I headed down to Angelo's Records down on Broadway in Denver. They unfortunately moved a lot further from my house, but it's still not too bad. So I made the trip with no particular goal in mind other than maybe to pick up some records. And I met the goal and got quite a few things, used and new, and here they are. First off, George Benson. I like jazz guitar. I play guitar. I don't play jazz guitar. At least I play it really poorly. Anyway, so I'll pick up a good jazz artist when I see them. I assume Take 5, it's called that because it's got a cover of the Brubeck tune on it. I mainly bought it because, you know, again, George Benson, probably can't miss with him. And it has some good sidemen, especially Steve Gadd, who I like a lot as a drummer. So I was interested to check it out. It was $4 and in pretty good shape. So that is number one. Number two, a Dutch gramophone recording of Mahler's Ninth Symphony, 2 discs, and $3. And I don't know if it's been played. It looked pretty perfect. And I'm a classical idiot. I'm completely just, ignorant of classical music other than knowing a lot of the composers' names and, knowing their famous stuff. So I've decided I'm going to try to fix that, although it's really kind of intimidating. There's just so much of it. I've decided if I see a good-looking vinyl and on a pretty good label, I think Dutch Gramophone's a good label, then I'm going to pick up the music as long as the price is right. And $3 seems like the right price. The thing is just practically new. Next, Stephanie Grappelli, live in San Francisco. Stephanie Grappelli is a kind of a gypsy jazz violinist. I like that style of music a lot. I'm not really deep in it, but I do have a few recordings of this style of jazz. So I like it a lot. I figured for $3 I couldn't miss. Hopefully that's true. I guess we'll find out. Andre Segovia, classical guitarist. The name of the album is The Intimate Guitar, which is kind of meaningless, but he plays music from composers Bach, Weiss, Scarlatti, etc., etc. And again, the vinyl looked really good. And I like classical guitar. Again, know nothing about it, but I like what I hear generally. So I thought I would pick this up. I know he's one of the great masters. And this is on RCA Red Seal. I don't know if that means anything special or not. I guess we'll see. The vinyl looked really good, so it was worth a shot. Next, we have Beethoven, Triple Concerto, again on Dutch gramophone. Concerto for piano, violin, cello, excuse me, and orchestra in C major, Opus 56. Same thing I said before. The vinyl looked good, and I feel like I've got to sort of deepen myself in classical music, so I picked it up. That was $2. A new pressing of an old jazz classic, and I got to admit that I'm not really deep, believe it or not, in American jazz. I like jazz a lot. My background in jazz listening tends to be more European-inflected ECM style recordings. And that's just because when I worked at the record store, we had some ECM recordings in there in the used section. I just took them home for the heck of it. Still own the albums. So that's kind of how I got into jazz. And at this point in my life, I'm kind of going back and trying to deepen my understanding and knowledge of American jazz, at least from this era. I don't go all the way back to the 20s and 30s, at least yet. So this was in 1956. And I'm curious how this sounds being recorded in 56. There's a good chance it's in mono. And if it's in stereo, it's going to be that kind of weird, some instruments in this speaker or some instruments in that speaker, nothing in the middle, kind of like 2 mono recordings almost. It's like they hadn't figured out stereo at that point. They didn't really know what to do with it. This is my theory. So they didn't develop a sound stage with it. They just said, hey, I can put sounds in either speaker. We'll see. In the end, it doesn't matter that much if the music's good. So I'm looking forward to hearing this. This was $16, which isn't crazy for new vinyl. I could live with that. Most vinyl is crazy, like this one. This is Iron and Wine, Ghost on Ghost. I know essentially nothing about this band other than when we listen to Pandora upstairs, we have a Nick Drake channel, and their stuff gets played a lot. Theirs, his. I don't know anything about the band, to be honest. So this is a totally on spec. I bought this on speculation that if I liked what I heard on Pandora, I might like this record. So this was 24 bucks, and so I'm rolling the dice with the big bucks. One more classical, Beethoven's Ninth, again on Dutch Gramophone. This record looked pretty much new, and it was $5, and same theory as my other classical purchases. So there you have it. I need to get busy cleaning the used records in this pile, and hopefully I'll have the interest and patience to set up a video and show you the record cleaning machine that is right there. I did an unboxing video a few weeks ago, and I need to do a use and opinion video on it, kind of a review. So look out for that. Catch you later.